see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue, clouds of white, the bright blessed days, dark sacred nights, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow, they'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Dr. King has been on my mind lately. January is fast approaching, as is the annual MLK Day of Service and holiday. I was reading about his life, looking for a deeper perspective on his views and beliefs, past the typical yet profound I have a dream speech that we all learned about in grade school. I was reading some of his speeches, and he said, quote, "True compassion is more than flinging a coin to a beggar. It comes to see that an edifice that produces beggars needs restructuring," end quote. This thought really resonates with the idea of service and activism. It is important to offer direct help to those who need it, to those marginalized by a system. We cannot let them suffer, and offering that help is a necessary service and a human right that needs to be provided, either by the government or nonprofits and third parties. However, it is not enough to just give these services. While engaged in our work, we must reflect on why these marginalized people are in the positions they're in. Why do we have institutions that systematically put people in this place? As King argues, true compassion is helping the beggar, but also understanding why he's begging. If we cannot understand it, we cannot challenge it. And if we do not challenge it, our systems will never change, and the beggar will continue to beg. This cycle is a crucial one to understand when trying to do good in this world. We need to continue doing the work we're doing, helping kids learn to read, get into college, get access to quality health care, prepare them for kindergarten. These are all imperative duties in the great challenge of trying to achieve equality. But alongside this work, we must challenge the system we all live and work in. Why do I have some privileges and others do not? How can we create systemic change to help all marginalized people in the long run? How can we collaboratively and collectively work towards the common goal of ending poverty? These are not easy questions to answer. Some may argue they cannot be answered at all, at least not right now. But if we work together, focus on the relationships, both between people and institutions, and constantly reflect on the work we're doing in relation to the bigger picture, we will be that much closer to actually changing the system and those marginalized by it for the better. Thanks.
Are you a product of your environment, or is your environment a product of you? Do you realize the amount of power you hold? But understand it's what you choose to do. Nonviolence is a way of life for courageous people. Listen to my words, your perception don't need to deceive you. I have my training, I'm going to replicate and teach you. Vernacular so powerful, I'm on my soapbox, king and preacher. What is your neighborhood's characteristics? The emotional, mental, and physical future. Because the beloved community is the framework for the future. We have to grab hold of the present to enforce this positive upheaval. We have to attack forces of evil and not persons doing evil. We are rewriting the wrongs of justice and making them equal. A lot of people won't like what we're doing. They may turn into a mold. Attack us and say, our future they hold. But we have to accept suffering without retaliation for the sake of the cause to achieve the goal. Through this process, we will strengthen our mind, body, and soul. For those that don't understand, it may seem mysterious. Understanding Kingian nonviolence, you'll see how serious. That the 6 principles will make it work. So trust this, because the universe is on the side of justice. Thank you.
Part 1, an opportunity. To seize it does not just mean to grasp at what is available, but to drive toward what has never been known. It does not know finality, does not lay flat in daylight waiting, does not submit to your past triumphs. Opportunity does not care. Its fluidity hangs above us, as if apprentices to the sky, continuing on in plain grandeur, its beauty in merely standing. Opportunity is a strange thing. To quarrel with it is to lose, and though it is only ever giving, never stealing, we are often left bewildered as to how its visit left us empty-handed. There are those who chase it as if it were jewels at a storm grate, a possession meant to be sought after with fevered eyes, and kept and hidden and guarded. But then there are those who know it as an uncountable wealth, uncomfortable when hidden, meant to be re-given. These are those who find opportunity in making opportunities happen for others. Those who see opportunity as perennial blossoms, as prompt ocean tides, dependent on never being secured, whose scheduled visit is always just about to happen. Part 2, on time. A 7th grader asked me recently, what's the difference between mass and density? Are they the same as weight? I told her that the density of a substance does not change by how much of it you have. And then I wanted to say that, like iron or helium, time has the density as well. Not dependent on how much of it you have, but by the action and motion you add to it. And I wanted to tell my students that if you have spent time compacting your minutes with vision, with a panting brilliance, and with artful defeat, then you have made your time dense. If you have stuffed your days with worry over others' futures, distraught over the present state of one facet of the world, whether it be just one neighborhood in a country of cities, one bay in a world covered in ocean, one school in a system that has already begun to draw downward, one small acre on a planet being burned alive, or one small life on that planet turned chaotic, you have made your time dense. You've pressed and packed those minutes into airtight vacuum-sealed vessels, and that is the world's most invaluable renewable energy resource. You have replaced minutes with concerns, hours with plans, and 1 year of now with many years of future. And there will be those who say that there is always an issue more important than yours, and what's the use, and oh well, and it will all figure itself out. There will be some who try to untie your fervor, who will try to grumble louder than you sing. This does not carry weight, nor can it make ore of your iron. Because like your heart, your words are heavy, will not float, nor fly away. They are the gathering steam of your action, the breath of opportunity in your ear, the added pounds per hour to your weighty, endless dream. Thank you.
Service to others is service to yourself. By letting a helping hand, you are learning and growing in that process. Kali Kato. I serve because I have to, I want to, I need to. I serve because these students need my help, They're lost and confused, ready to embark down the wrong path. I just hope that I could be the light that illuminates their darkness, as if my red jacket is reminiscent of the North Star, forever there, ready to guide you from wherever you are, regardless how far. There will be no child left behind, even if they want to be. A student once told me that she hates me, that I bother her, for me to go away. And then now let her words deter me from my mission. But she had a problem with attendance, so I stayed persistent and was finally able to break through. And I thank her every day I see her in school. For service to others is service to yourself, so please, allow me to help. For we cannot have another Jewel, another teen violently shot and killed before his life even started. Another mom broken-hearted, a scene that I have seen way too much. I serve because I can no longer sit back and watch a generation destroy itself. We are at war, and our Corps waits on the front line, ready to gaze in battle, ready to combat the educational crisis for these students who do matter. For I have seen the difference of what hard work and dedication mixed with trainings can result in so many changes, from grades, behavior to attendance. And although our Corps may not be here next year, another will, ready to pick up right where we left off. There will be no casualties in this war. Thank you.
Why serve? Let's start in a dark room. Not shades drawn dark, with the sunset creeping in on tiptoes through the slots. Not flashlight under the covers dark, or a well-used light bulb burning in its last moments dark. No, I mean utter and absolute. I mean the absence of all light. The darkness in this room is almost a solid. It touches you gently, pressing in, and there you are, in the darkness so black, you can almost forget your own body. So dark that your ears hum. So dark that you have to blink hard to know whether your eyes are open or shut. In this darkness, you can't see anything. You strain your eyes, but all you see are dots of color swirling around, just out of reach. Not comforting, just shades of the light your mind can only remember. And as dark as this room is, as far away from light and beauty, a single match scraped across the rough strip on a matchbook, and this vast, dark, empty room is lit with gold.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved